Welcome back, everybody, to The Land of Tales presents The Land of Tales, starring all of us. Say hi, cheese boys.
Hi,
Cheese
cheese
boy.
Hello,
boy.
cheese boys.
And I'm pretty sure I forgot to introduce everybody the last time because, we got excited. We just got excited and jumped in. So it is I, Danielle Duby, your game master, and Sophia Idun, the big red wolf, Stephen Peterson, Bob, Mia Racchio as Trad Cheddar, and also Ratman, and Frank Pecoraro as Pinocchio. Did it. Nailed it. What happened last time, you may ask? So much. So much. If you missed it, please go back and look at it. It is unhinged and ridiculous. And we all broke, which is actors speak for not staying in character and instead laughing too much. Or maybe not enough. We'll find out today. Last time we were all here.
You tried to kill us.
I didn't try to kill you. I think
There
really
was water.
specifically, I did not try to kill you this time.
You're always trying to kill us.
But I don't think I did last time. I just watched that episode. I'm pretty sure I didn't try to kill anybody last time.
I don't know, Doobie.
We started out in the ocean, the most
Yeah.
dangerous place in the Land of Tales.
Yeah, that's very true. And also, we don't currently know where Brad is, so that's
So, two things
We're
about that.
missing a whole cheese boy.
We're
A
missing
whole one.
one whole cheese boy, and also, you weren't in the sea. You were in this little strait between two countries. You weren't out in the open sea.
Is it salt water, Doobie? Is it salt water?
I don't know. No, it's not salt water, actually. I made up this world, and it's not salt water. It is instead fresh water. Does it connect to the salt water? It sure does. Do I care? No. I create this world. Right. That has nothing to do with what happened last time. Last time we found all of our cheese boys back together because Trad went to go get them because of a fabulous invitation from, of all people, Cinderella, Her Royal Highness, the princess, really specifically, not the queen. Cinderella seemed fairly bored in her life, but really loves all of the cool creations that she's been making. I went back too far in my notes. You all went to the castle. You met Gret and Hans on your way. Two little strange twins who seemed enamored with all of you. And you headed on up to the castle where you saw Cinderella up in one of her spires making a gorgeous dress. For the ball? For something else? Who knows? You know that she married into the charming family. Her husband is somewhere around, but you haven't seen him yet. What else is relevant to this? And not just regular notes. Cinderella asked you to go hide some of the Big Dad cheese, which when eaten makes your voice drop a few octaves because it would be funny. She thought it would be funny, but also she could get into some trouble. Seems like Cinderella's always in trouble over here, and so she's trying to avoid it as much as she can. Does Pinocchio have toes? We don't know. Nobody knows. He doesn't check. This was pertinent information in the last episode. I don't know why you're all laughing at me.
They oscillate.
Yes, exactly. After you snuck some Big Dad cheese into the big charcuterie board for the ball, which is coming up almost right now, you saw a whoosh, and by you I mean just Big Rad, saw a whoosh outside of the ballroom as everything was getting set up, but instead of following it, you headed back up to Cinderella's chamber to get dressed and ready for the ball. Before you went in, Pinocchio heard some whispery little voices. Unclear what that was about, but you headed on in. Cinderella was dressed looking, all dolled up for the night, even though she didn't really feel like it. She took out some magical dust and said, "Shh, don't tell the fairies," and threw it over a little hat for Trad. She said that she asked the queen once about why she's not the queen and she's the princess instead, but everyone's super dodgy about it. She also said to Trad that the walls, they have ears, and she was very careful about the way she spoke about the charming family. And then you all headed over to the big grand ball in your honor. Headed down the stairs, you ran into a large, broad man with dark hair and bright green eyes. On his arm, a beautiful woman with long, flowing hair. And you don't know, you do know their names, Henry and Anessa, from The Little Mermaid. But as you are all cajoling, kibitzing about, Big Rad looked and saw a whoosh coming to a stop. Should Big Rad have seen the whoosh? No, because my guy rolled a nat 20, but unfortunately, so did Big Rad. And so, saw this creature before Big Rad could say anything. He was gone. And that's where we pick up today. The party is still in full force. I think you were all standing together. I think you all just know Big Rad's not there anymore.
Big Rad, did you put on the trench coat? Hello?
I'm assuming I cannot hear this.
No.
Type.
Hello, Bob. It's me, Pinocchio.
Yeah. I know,
We haven't
Pinocchio.
talked in a long time.
We've been standing next to each other the whole... We just walked in together, buddy.
I think I met somebody whose family tried to kill us in the stream all that time ago. Anyway, have you seen Big Rat? It's really important that I talk to him.
No, Big Rat just disappeared. I was standing next to them, and then he just kind of went poof.
Doobie, are we still standing in front of the people?
Yes. Yes, you are still standing in front of the people. I think the people who went up to talk to Anessa and Henry were definitely Bob and also Big Rad. So yeah, I think they saw Big Rad poof out of existence. They are both gonna look around and make perception checks, and Doobie didn't take the dice out like a true professional. My dice are hidden under my desk, but not anymore. They're gonna make some perception checks, and fail spectacularly. They look at you and say, "What? Where's? There was a wolf, right? What happened? What is this?"
Can Pinocchio cast Detect Magic?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You cast Detect Magic. Is there a range?
There is. It's a 30-foot sphere centering around me.
Okay.
Am I getting any Radley vibes in the ether?
Let me read that spell so super quick because I think it might just tell you the thing I'm trying to make you not know right now.
Oh no, oh dear.
It's a sneaky time.
We're having a penultimate episode of The Land of Tales, Curse of Strahd all over again.
No, we're not. It's
Is
not that
Radley Big Rad's government name? Is that what
it's
it
actually
says on your birth certificate?
it's
Yeah.
Radford actually.
Rathaniel.
That's my brother.
I'm
Radifer?
gonna say that because the spell does not specify whether it's the source or the target that creates the magic, I will say that you know that there's a banishment spell that's been popping off right about now.
Doobie, is Trad with Bob and Pinox?
Yeah, unless you went somewhere else.
I couldn't remember if I went up with them because we were just on stage being introduced, and then we had just all come down together, and then
Yeah.
that's when. Okay. I think as everyone's talking about where Big Rad went, as soon as I noticed that he poofed, I try to like scurry up Bob or Pinocchio to get a vantage to see if I can see Cinderella.
Sure, go on up and make a perception check with advantage because you're all the way up there.
Scurry, scurry, scurry.
You're in Vegas right now?
How do we do?
Trad's always in Vegas. Uh, 14.
With a 14, you definitely notice Cinderella. Cinderella's out,
Okay.
like, dancing with the prince out in the middle of the dance floor.
Okay, I scurry down and try to go to her.
Cool. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage as you scurry off amongst lots of humans dancing around in high-heeled shoes.
That's going to be 18.
You all the way down, and you get to Cinderella. Are you like climbing up on Cinderella? Are you trying to get her attention? You're very small.
She's dancing with Charming.
Yes.
I attached myself to her dress as she's swinging about,
Incredible.
and I'm saying, Cinderella! Cindy! It's okay if I do. You always say it.
You incredible. She makes a perception check and sees you, looks down and says, Tread, and takes you off of her dress and like bows a bunch of times to the prince and like sweeps off of the dance floor holding you in her hand. And she's like, Tread, what are you doing?
Cindy, I'm so sorry to interrupt your dance with your handsome, charming prince. However, I just needed you to know that we have lost someone.
Tread, now is not the time.
At that moment, can can Pinocchio grab Bob by the lapel and go, Bob, I'm gonna make a scene! I'm gonna make a scene! I'm freaking out, Bob!
Pinocchio, okay, look at my eyes. We practice this. Deep breaths, okay? In. Come on, you gotta breathe out.
On every exhale, Pinocchio's just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Cinderella whips around and is like, what is going on?
I told you this could get bad.
Pinocchio is going to hold his hands out to the side, and he's going to have two pieces of cheese in each. One of them like a melting brie, and the other one like a very firm Swiss. And as he raises his hand to the sky, he's going to, I am calling upon the power of the Blue Fairy. Call yourself into the darkness and call back the one who was taken from us. And his eyes will start rolling back and turn black. And he's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the banishment spell.
Okay. Incredible. Dispel magic, I do believe you have to see what the thing is.
Can I not see it because of the detect magic spell?
I think in order to dispel it, it's a concentration spell. So I think that you do have to like find the source of it in order to dispel it.
Ding!
So sorry. I just can't set that precedent right now. You know what I mean?
Mom, you gotta help me. I think I can deal with this. I just need to find them. I need to find them.
Uh, Trad is just pulling on Cindy's dress. So like I was saying, Big Rat is he's vanished. Like poof.
Okay, we can deal with it later. Right now, I need to get back. I can't. I need to be dancing. I can't do. You have to.
I just think my friend might actually combust if we
Trad?
don't.
And she puts you down and she goes, I can't. And she goes back to the prince.
Oh boy, this is very bad. Very bad. Very 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 bad.
Anyone who wants to can make a perception check. I'm going to re-roll this stealth check. Okay, so go ahead and make perception checks, Trad, Pinocchio, or Bob. Big Red, you don't know what's up.
Dirty 20.
Incredible. What'd you get, Pinocchio?
12.
12. Okay. Bob and Pinocchio, you can't see anything. Trad. Just a second. Outside, heading back down that same hallway, you see a whoosh.
Trad goes. Scamper, scamper, scamper.
Are you trying to be stealthy at all, or are you just running?
Sneaky Trad.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Is anyone following Trad?
If I see Trad take off, yeah.
Yeah, if we see them, yeah.
Yeah, I think you definitely do. Are you two trying to be stealthy, or are you just heading out?
Pinocchio was just screaming in my face, so I think I'm probably just taking Pinocchio and saying, like you would a screaming baby at church, into the back room.
Yes. Go ahead and make deception with advantage, please.
I rolled to see how Pinocchio would react, and I rolled a natural 1. So I think we're just still going full belt at this point.
That's a nat 20.
No.
Yes.
Oh God, Trad, what did you get?
22, baby.
All right.
So, and I think as
find,
I'm
like-
walking out, I say, like, I'm sorry, the horrors of the depths of what we've been through before sometimes overwhelm Pinocchio. I just have to calm him down. We'll be right back.
Everyone's just like, oh, thank God. Like,
You gotta give me a bit, Bob. You gotta give me a bit. Something to chew on.
Here's a bag of ice cubes. Start chewing on this.
Like
A bag of
snow cone levels of ice chips start falling out of the side of Pinocchio's mouth.
Anybody want a slushy on the way out? It's the upside.
a few people catch, so with a nat 20, a few people catch those snow cones and are like, wow, that Bob really is just a hero amongst men.
We'll get fondue.
Nightmare. And you all rush out. We're gonna cut from you all rushing down the hallway over to Big Rad. 1 minute you are standing in this ballroom. The next minute you're standing. It's like very quiet, which is very disconcerting. You're from the forest, where even when it's quiet, it's not really quiet. Right? So it's like dead silent here. So quiet that it like feels loud in the quiet. And your feet are resting on packed earth. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you look at the ground beneath you and you see, like, there's some sort of, like, dried stone looking thing. And you go to pick it up and you realize it is a shell. And I think you look around and realize you are standing right now in a place where there once was an ocean. And now is not anymore.
Dude. That's pretty bleak. I don't hear any like birds or little ocean critters or any waves crashing or nothing. Um, I look at the seashell that I picked up. Dude, where the heck did the ocean go, bro?
From somewhere behind you, uh, you hear a voice going, "Big Rad! Big Rad!"
I spin around.
We're gonna cut away from you over there.
No!
To you three running down the hall. Go ahead and make another. I will allow this to either be a perception check, investigation check, or survival as you are running down the hallway.
You said investigation?
Yep.
A juicy 10.
Cool.
A perfect 10.
21.
18 investigation.
Cool. Okay. Trad, you are just like running full tilt, right? You're like, you know the direction and you're just going. Starting to like lose the trail there a little bit. Pinocchio, you manage to like keep up and like figure out what the trail is. Bob, as you are running, you notice something like shiny has dropped along the hallway that like seems very out of place. You've walked these halls before. It is like very clean. There shouldn't be anything here. You think probably whatever is running has dropped this. It's going to
Can I
take you a
scoop
sec.
it?
You're going to fall behind a little bit if you scoop it.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to try to not fall behind?
Sure.
$14.
You're like half a round behind, but you're not like, you're probably like 3-4 seconds behind everybody else, but you grab it and keep running. You look at it and it is, you know, this material very well. It's straw, it's hay, but it like glints gold. You guys keep running. You're like starting to take some twists and turns, and I think you all realize like you're getting into a part of a castle you're really not supposed to be in. Do you keep going?
I saw the whoosh and followed it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like from Trad's perspective, that's what I'm still following. We're like tracking.
It's moving so fast that you really can't like see it anymore. It's like all the way at the end of whatever path you're on, you can see like a little bit of that like Wile E. Coyote trail. So you're still keeping it, but you're not catching up.
Did I get a smell or a whiff?
I don't think so, but Pinocchio has picked it up. So I think you're like in line there.
I think if Pinox is hot on the scent and still go, like, I don't know, what do y'all think? Like, I feel like if Trad still has a little bit of a grasp of it in some capacity, would keep going.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to can make a perception check as you're running. I'm going to tell you right now, it will start giving you disadvantage on the tracking part if you start trying to like look around and see where you are and what's going on around you. I can tell you generally where you are, but you won't be able to get specifics unless you take disadvantage on tracking.
Tried staying focused on tracking.
Great.
I think since I'm following, I'm gonna kind of try to keep an eye out as I run. I don't want to lose any more ground, but since I'm just following the other folks, I'm not worried too much about my tracking.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Unfortunately, I also am incredibly imperceptive. So
We'll see what
that's a
happens.
nat 1.
Cool. You gotta pay attention to Pinocchio. Trad is so small. They're both kind of very small, and you're just like, you guys see like, different rooms. There's like a drawing room. There's a study probably. There's like some room that has a lot of armor in it. You just keep going. I need everyone who's here to roll initiative I do need everyone to roll initiative, including Big Red.
I'm about to get fought in the
Forest,
It's
not
like
a
the ocean.
ocean. Ocean, not a forest.
Well, I just rolled poorly, so. How'd we do, peeps?
Trad's on a 10 streak.
Okay. That's not too shabby.
16 for Bob.
Great.
It was almost a 20.
But what was it instead?
The 10.
Okay.
We can cut the difference and call it a 15.
No. But I respect you. Big Red, what'd you get?
Mine was also almost a 20. I rolled a 2, which is right next to the 20.
Mhm.
So I got a 5 total. But I would take a 23 total instead.
Hey.
That's so generous of you.
I know. I try to be a generous improv partner.
Selfless, I'd say.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly. That's the word that comes to mind.
That's the goal.
It's working, baby.
Well, luckily for all of you guys, I rolled very poorly. Great. That means that you're all going to get advantage on this dexterity saving throw, but not Big Red. You don't have to make it.
Pinocchio, are you well?
No.
What was that?
Oh no, we need to fix Pinocchio's dice. No, Frankie, no.
You
I got a
said this
15.
was a wisdom saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
With advantage, though, right?
Yes, with advantage.
Frankie, do you want a luck guy?
Wait, do I have luck? Did I take luck? No, I took
I
luck
can give you
faster,
luck.
'cause I'm a
Can I?
dummy.
Give Frankie luck.
You can
I
give
gotta-
Frankie luck if you would like to.
I give Frankie luck.
Just make sure you're
Aw.
keeping track of how many you've used before you take a nap again.
Okay.
Okay. So what'd you get this time?
So it's better than a 5.
That's great.
It's an 11.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sorry, Big Rat, I failed you. Or I failed all of you.
That's definitely the lesson to take away here, yes. That's how things are perceived by the whole crew for sure. That's not
Yeah.
just you.
Got it.
So Trad, what did you get?
A 15.
Okay, you're gonna pass. Bob, what did you get?
Well, the first one was a nat 1.
I also rolled a nat 1 on the first one.
What's happening?
And the second one was a nat 20.
Okay. Okay, Bob, you're not gonna take any damage. You're not gonna take any damage, and Pinocchio can add a D4 to that saving throw.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I'm nice. Only sometimes. What'd you get,
So
Pinocchio?
what did I say was the first number? So was it, did I do
11.
11? So plus 4 is a 15.
That will do it. So you're gonna great.
Woo!
So Bob's gonna take 0 damage. Trad and Pinocchio, you're each going to take 6 points of damage. As you round the corner and little like shoots of this golden hay like slash out at you guys.
Oh, I didn't need more whiskers today.
So we are not
Oh
in
my goodness.
combat the way we typically are in combat. The way this is going to happen is I'm going to roll a d4, and that's going to determine how many rounds you guys have until like whatever's happening has happened, and that's that. 2. So you have 2 rounds to figure out what in the heck is going on and try to stop it or figure out something. We're going to start with Bob, and everyone's turns can start with a free perception check or investigation.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna start there. See what I see. Oh boy, that dice is gone.
Bye.
No, actually, I have to get that dice back because I rolled both of my nat 20s with that.
Oh, we need him back. Everybody hold on. Everyone chill at home. It's okay.
Okay, that didn't go too far. Okay, investigation is going to be a 18.
18 investigation. We're going to roll this for the round. Okay. Bob, you see just like the glimmer of a figure in the corner of where you're standing. You guys are at like the end of a hallway. There's a few open doors, but it's like in the corner of this hallway. You see just like when it's really hot outside and it like the heat waves you can see on the road. It's just that in like just the corner of the figure, but you think that's what you're looking for.
Okay. And how far away is that?
Probably like 60 feet away.
Okie dokie. I am going to take off at a run, or at a float, as it were. It's technically, I don't walk. I'm floating. I'm going to take off at a float, though, and I'm going to get 30 feet down the hallway, which is my speed. Mm-hmm. And then I am going to bonus action Misty Step the last 30 feet.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you get right over there.
What do I see?
You really only see this like suggestion of a figure.
Okay. Is it enough to target?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
It's not enough to like make out what it is, but it's definitely enough to like hit.
Will you let me cast another spell that is not a cantrip?
What, you did Misty Step?
Yeah.
No, I will not. So sorry. Thank you for that look, Pinocchio. I'm not setting this precedent. I won't do it.
Lovely. In that case, I am going to chill touch this thing.
Cool. What does that do?
Whoa.
That is going to be a spell attack on my part.
Cool.
That is my action. And it's going to be 2d8 of damage if I hit. No healing until my next turn for the creature. And disadvantage on any attacks against me.
Heard. Great.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, my my little friend, Bob is going to, amongst all of the blue jewelry on Bob's belt, there's also a blue gem that didn't come from Cinderella, that came from the staff of the Queen of Hearts. In this moment, Bob, it's a part of his like spell focus and being worn around his neck. Bob kind of pulls it out to the front. Y'all, if anyone's looking, see it start to glow a little bit. And I'm going to use the ability that it gives me, which allows me to roll with advantage on spell attack rolls.
Perfect.
So rolling with advantage here. Not great. Not bad, but not great. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Bob, for maybe the first time ever, that hits.
I did it! I did it, guys!
Go, Bob!
That's amazing. 2d8 is going to be...
Bob just
8
stares
damage.
in disbelief for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it. And so now it has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and what else happens?
It cannot heal itself until my next turn.
Great. Heard. Stunning. And you are right there.
Amazing. Am I within 5 feet because it was exactly 60 feet away from me?
Yes.
Gorgeous.
All right. We move on to Trad.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Jimmy. Where is Trad right now? Like, Bob is within 3 feet of this figure.
Bob's within 5 feet of the figure, yeah.
Okay, where am I in relation to that?
Bob rolled higher in initiative than you, so as you, like, rounded the corner and took that damage, Bob kept running. So you're probably just about 60 feet away from Bob and this thing.
Do I witness what Bob just did?
Yes. Yeah, Bob throws out a spell and, like, you see it hits something.
Whoa, Bob! Nice shot! You
Thanks.
doing okay up there?
I think so.
Okay, well,
This is really creepy, though.
I didn't tell anybody about this, but since we were away from each other, I learned a new trick, and that's how to turn into my other form without sneezing. I don't even feel a tickle, and I...
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, 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 well. What do we have on our hands here? And 7-foot tall rat man struts down the corridor. Way too excited to be out and about once again. Oh.
Incredible. So Ratman is here.
Uh-huh.
What is Ratman gonna do?
What do you have to
What isn't Ratman gonna do?
Lord
Whew!
knows.
It's been a long time.
So are they
Ooh!
like, I thought Ratman and Trad were like the same person. Does Ratman not know what's going on right now?
But no,
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
But Ratman hasn't come. They're the same person. Ratman hasn't. Trad, Trad has more control over the switching now. So
Got it.
Trad has been able to keep Ratman more in check.
Got
And
it.
now Ratman, who knows how Ratman's ego will stay in check without Trad. So I can theoretically move a greater distance in a shorter amount of time than Trad.
That is correct.
Can I try to get closer to see this situation?
So you can start with investigation or perception right off the bat.
All right, let's check it out. Ooh. Too zesty.
Ooh, we're really zesting these dice today, y'all.
Where did it go?
Zesting dice is a really interesting. I've never done that one before, and that's fascinating.
What was that?
Investigation or perception?
Okay. That's gonna be a hearty 8.
A whole 8. You know that Bob is right next to it, and you know that it's right there.
Okay.
What does your speed say for Ratman?
30.
So it is. You still have a speed of 30, so you can
Okay.
run there and get halfway there.
Okay. I do that, and then I take one of my extra sharp cheddar cheese sticks
Awesome.
and I throw it.
Javelin it on over there. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. 17.
17 hits. You can go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba.
So many dice.
So many dice. Oh, oh God.
The dice are taking revenge today.
Okay.
My revenge.
That is 7.
7 damage. You certainly do 7 damage. And
Now,
I think there's like now you can all see that there's like a piece of cheese sticking out of still invisibleness, but it's you can see it.
Ratman has 3 attacks.
Sure.
So I go twice more?
Do you want to throw 2 more cheese sticks?
I sure do.
Pop off. You throw your cheese sticks.
Pop off my peach!
Today is not your lucky day, my friend. It's my lucky day because it's raining cheese. Throw 2 more.
Go ahead and make 2 more attack rolls.
Dirty 20.
That hits. And what's the other one?
Oh. 17.
Okay, both of those hit. So go ahead and roll your damage 2 times.
Amazing. The first one is an 8,
Okay.
and the second one is a 7.
8 and 7 is 15. And did you add your modifiers to those?
Yes.
Great. Riddled with cheese sticks. There's a creature over there. Still don't know what they look like, but riddled with cheese sticks and like shaking after whatever Bob magic happened. And then it's Pinocchio.
Can I see this vague porcupine-ish cheese stick thing going on?
Yes.
Does that mean that I can target them with a spell?
Yes, it does.
And banishment is a 4th level spell.
That is correct.
Dispel magic at 3rd level would mean I'd have to roll to beat a 14.
Yes. Yeah. So you add your, I think it's 10 plus your modifier.
Yes. We are going to cast Dispel Magic,
Cool.
and I will roll for that meow. Um, we said it was 14.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus 8 is 14. That right?
Incredible. You cast Dispel Magic. There are 2 magical effects currently in place.
Ah!
Which I believe it only dispels one effect. So I believe that is correct. Please tell me if I'm wrong, because that would be bad.
Um, uh, one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Okay, so go ahead and make an Arcana check. I will give this to you with advantage to pick the right one.
To pick the right one.
It does. Well, I was going to say the wording of the spell, not to be rules lawyer about it, but it says any ongoing spell of level 3 or lower on the target ends. So theoretically, if you rolled higher, it should be anything lower than level 4.
Ooh, that is some good rules lawyering. Okay, you cast Dispel Magic. That spell disappears. We will get to Big Rad in 1 second. But the whatever. Actually, I think you can see it now. There is a creature still riddled with these big things wearing a sheet. So you still can't see him. Very like
By
little
big-
kid wearing a sheet like a ghost.
By these big things, do you mean cheese sticks?
Yes. So sorry.
Just checking,
So
just
sorry.
checking. No, I just wanted to make sure I had the right visual.
Of course.
Extra sharp.
And because Pinocchio goes right before Big Rad, it does. We come out. So Pinocchio, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I think Pinocchio would have wanted to run at this thing, but then when he sees it's a spooky ghost, he just goes like, ah! Curls up into a little ball.
Absolutely incredible. Big Rad, we're gonna cut back over to you before your turn. So you just heard this voice screaming for you in the distance. What would you have done?
I spin around as fast as I can in the direction of the voice. Do I see anything?
You see a while out, like the place you're in leads up to more earth, and you see like really scraggly trees with no branches or like leaves, anything on them. And in between a few of those, you see like a vaguely wolf shaped creature.
I'm booking it over there.
Cool. You are running full tilt for this
Coming, bro!
who continues to scream, Big Red! Help! Big Red! And you find yourself running and trip and are back here in this hallway. All your friends are here, and there is a little lump with a white sheet on top of him.
I gotta go back, bros. There's somebody in there that needs my help. I gotta get back in there.
Ratman whips around. Wow! Look what the cat dragged in!
Ugh. Ugh. I wasn't expecting it. Hey, Ratman, what's up, bro?
Big Rat! And I give him a hit on the back of the back.
Now's not the time for that. There's a spooky ghost.
I want to talk to this ghost, dude. I return the pat on the back. And I would go and just like rip the sheet off of this ghosty thing. Maybe I'll snack on one of the cheese sticks.
Gross.
What's under there?
You pull it away, and you see crouched is this like very small, like hunched creature. You can't place it, like long scraggly hair, kind of like almost balding on the top, like sharpened teeth, like really elongated, sharp features, long clawed nails, looks up at you and just like hisses.
It's small, Dewey?
Yes.
Ratman walks over and picks it up. Wow, what are you?
So sorry, not that small. Like Pinocchio small.
Can't Ratman still pick it up?
Oh, I'm sorry. In my head, you were.
A rat.
I'm sorry. You're Ratman. My bad.
I'm a 7-foot tall paladin now, baby.
I'm so sorry. You are indeed Ratman. We are still in initiative, unfortunately. So, Big
Not my
Rat
turn.
has his whole turn.
Got it.
Oh, sick.
So sorry, Big Red.
No, I didn't realize we were still in combat. Let's go, bro.
This thing is
I wanna-
still in combat.
Oh. I want to grab this guy, rip the sheet off. I'll grab him, like, send me back to the Dead Sea, the sea floor, dude. Who was that?
Can you please make an intimidation check?
I would love to. Also, in my head, no, I didn't say. I was gonna say I should have gone into a rage, but I didn't yet. I'm sorry.
You
A
can
rage.
go into a rage. It's your turn.
Will we?
Yeah, go into a
Oh,
rage.
that's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would like to go into a rave. Because you know what's sick? A rave. And you know what's even sicker? Helping out somebody trapped in a weird dead ocean floor. And we're about to do that. That's a really bad intimidation roll. Okay.
I have Mr. Glow Sticks, Big Rad.
Let's go, bro. Do I add anything? I don't add anything to an intimidation check because of raid, do I?
I would give you an advantage because of rage.
We?
I would.
Oh,
I
merci,
really
merci.
would. Well, you're freaking out with your glow stick.
I am freaking out because I heard somebody call my name and it looked like maybe it was related to me, and that's just tugging on my little heartstrings, and I can't take it right now. Okay.
I'm seeing sounds.
16 intimidation.
You see the little creature goes. You would like me to send you back?
I hiss in his face. How do you get your teeth so sharp? Not right now. Not right now. Later, I have dental questions for you. But where did you send me? I'm shaking him. Put me back in there, bro.
You shake him and tell him to put you back in there. He's going to cast banishment again.
Oh my God.
Big Rad, we just got you back and we could maybe do this together. I don't know, Cheese Boys, maybe a group huddle?
Are you going to,
And then with
unfortunately...
me, bro. Let's all go in together.
Okay, are you going to willingly fail that save?
What save? Sorry.
There's a save against banishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'll fight it. Only because Ratman suggested a team huddle. That does seem reasonable. So I'll try to fight the banishment.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Ooh, I thank you.
I think it's wisdom, right? It might be charisma. It might be charisma. Hold on.
Well, either way, it's a 6.
All right, you're out of there.
Bye.
So I get up next to this thing. I watch it appear out of nowhere, fall into the ground. I watch Big Rad run up, rip the
Also
cover
appear
off
out of
of
nowhere.
it, grab it, and then disappear.
Well, and say, send me back. There was a dead ocean, send me back.
Right.
Yeah, so Big Red disappears again. The creature drops to the ground and is going to just run really fast. Try to get away from y'all.
Can I cast a spell?
I don't believe so. It's not your turn. You can unless you have Warcaster, I think that lets you make spells with as opportunity attacks. He is running past all of you, so you can all make attacks. What?
Do
What are
you
you
have
laughing at?
Warcaster? Is that what's
Do I
happening?
have Warcaster, which I took instead of Lucky, thinking that it would be a silly idea. In fact, I do have Warcaster.
Oh, ooh, ooh. So
Ooh.
yeah, Ratman, Bob, and no, so sorry. Ratman's too far away. I'm sorry. Bob and Pinocchio both have opportunity attacks.
Okay, let me make sure that this is something that I can do. Somatic opponent spell, your reaction, make an opportunity attack spell, casting time of one action, targets only one creature. Yeah,
Warcaster's too good.
Pinocchio's gonna cast command.
Okay.
DC Wisdom save 16.
That's a 16. So sorry, buddy. Nothing.
That's so sad.
He is just running as fast as he possibly can. Ooh. And rolled a nat 20 hide check. I am going to, as
You can run, but you can't hide. Not from the cheese boys.
he's straight up pretty hidden. But we go back to Bob.
He only thinks he is.
So I obviously saw this thing running. Was it heading back towards where we were going, or continuing along?
Continuing in.
Continuing along. Okay. Where did I see it? Did it take a turn in a hallway? Did it go into a room?
Looks like it went into the room on your left.
Lovely. Then so will I.
Cool. You walk inside to a room full of enormous portraits of all the charming men from like generations past. You can go ahead and make investigation or perception while you are here.
13 investigation.
You don't. It's incredibly creepy in here, and you don't see anything.
Okie dokie. I think in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step into the room and I'm going to kind of like lean my head back out for a second and be like, I know it went in here, but I don't see it. I'm going to bonus action Shillelagh and ready an action for when I feel or sense this creature trying to move through the doorway. I want to swing my Shillelagh at it.
Cool.
And I
Alrighty.
think that is going to be my turn.
Gotcha. Alright, Ratman, you're up.
I summon my steed.
Okay. Okay. Your pumpkin carriage arrives.
Oh, I've missed you, old friend. And I climb in. I can't take Pinocchio with me, right?
I do believe that we have established that you're allowed to take one person. One.
Get on in here, Pinocchio! And I hold out my hand.
Pinocchio's just holding a finger up because he was about to cast command and had a really cool thing he wanted to say. And then it just disappeared. So as you like drive by, you just grab his hand, whip him along with you.
Incredible. You make it into that room, Ratman. You can make a perception or investigation check as you look around.
Come out, wherever you are. Don't be a coward. Show yourself. Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be. Hold on while I count on my fingers. 19.
19. Unfortunately, he got a nat 20 hide check.
Ugh.
So anything other than a nat 20 is going to be very. You cannot see him this round.
No.
You are welcome to just like go and make some attacks with disadvantage and throw things wildly through this room.
Oh yeah. That's absolutely what Batman is. How am I gonna do that? Okay.
Rage room.
I was gonna say I'm acting as the bouncer for the rage room right now.
Um.
Options include wildly throwing your sharpened cheese sticks or taking out your sword and slashing about.
I was gonna say I whip out both of my machetes
Great.
and I just start slashing about.
Perfect. All right.
Like I was dueling with someone though, so like the full footwork.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All right.
Ha!
So you're making
Lunging.
3 attacks, all with disadvantage.
Great.
Quite literally boxing shadows, my guy.
Just haha.
Bob's taking notes.
Bob, sure,
Okay,
this
so
is
the first one is gonna be a 16.
misses.
17.
17 hits.
Whew! Come here, little fellow. Okay. A 6. No,
Okay.
that's
Oh, how much damage? You have 3
Yeah.
attacks.
Well, the last one would be not with disadvantage now, right?
Yes, the last one would be just straight.
okay. So this was my second.
Okay, so your second one, he takes 6 points of damage.
Yes,
Okay,
and my last one's just straight.
correct.
Okay. That's going to be an 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
An 8.
Sweet. You thunk into his side. He still can't or no, I guess the nat 20 hide check doesn't work anymore because you found him. Pinocchio.
What did I tell you? You can run, but you can't hide. Not from the cheese boys.
That was fantastic, Ratman. You called it.
Yeah, like Ratman says, you can hide, but you can't hide. And Pinocchio is going to cast Hold Person on the critter.
Okay.
Wisdom DC 16.
That's a natural 20.
I hate this thing.
Yeah.
I hate this thing so much. That's like the 4th natural 20 it's gotten. I hate this thing.
I am pretty sure that nobody. Pinocchio. Go and make a history check. Just straight.
I'm so good at history.
I know. But I think you're the only one who would know.
Defy.
Cool. You look at this thing and you're like, what is it? Like, what's happening here? It is still your turn? You do something?
Yeah, that was an Actione.
Mhm.
I don't. Pino- So the only other bonus action I can do is a shove,
Hmm.
a telekinetic shove. Um,
Just like push him.
yeah. So I wanted to have it. It's giving that like, when you're trying to like fight somebody who's bigger than you, and you just start like pounding on their chest and like they don't do anything. Kind of, it's giving that kind of energy. Like the hold person didn't work, so now he's just like. So it's a strength save DC 16 or what happens to them? They're moved 5 feet toward or away from me.
Um, cool. You jump back and stop that. All right, Big Rad, you are back in yeah, you are back. You are running through the forest once more.
I'm in a forest, not the dead ocean floor.
Weird dead forest.
Is it the same? But it's not the same place as I was last time.
It's the same place you were the last time. The where you were running from is like behind you. You're running
Oh, I
now
see. I see.
up on the shore.
I see. I see. I start. Hello, hello. Anybody there? Do you need help?
You
It's
hear
me. It's Big Rat. I'm here.
Big Rad, help! And the figure continues running.
Oh, it's running.
Mm-hmm.
I think Big Rat has a moment, like 99.9% committed to helping this being that needs help. And that little 0.01% of his brain where Ratman was like, let's have a team meeting. He's like, maybe I need to do a little cheese boy percepting. Can I do a little perception or insight check on this guy?
Yes, insight, please.
17?
17. You don't know exactly where you are. You don't know exactly what's in front of you. With the 17, I think you're like, this could be real, but you don't think so.
Mm. Okay. Do I still have that little shell thing that I had picked up?
Call odds or evens for me.
Evens.
Yeah, you still have it.
Okay. In Rad's mind, last time he asked the seashell a question and then he heard the voice behind him. So in his mind, it's like, oh yeah, that's how you get answers. All right, little shell. Is this critter? Should I be trying to chase it or should I go back to my friends? And he'll close his eyes and listen real close.
Make a persuasion check.
A persuasion check. Okay. Am I persuading you, the DM?
Yeah. No. Nah.
7.
7. You just hear that voice calling for Big Rad.
I yell after it. Oh, I thought you wanted big, sad. This is big sad. What do you need with Big Rad? Should I go get him?
You just hear, Big Rad, stop! I need help!
Who are you, little dude?
And we gotta cut away from you running through the forest. Okay. We're gonna make a little checky check here. On an evens, we're gonna do something offensive, and on an odds, we're gonna do something defensive.
Ooh la
That's
la.
a 3. So, the creature goes invisible.
You stinker.
Oh, wait. He doesn't go invisible. He doesn't have the thing that lets him, and he's holding concentration on the other guy. So is not invisible. In fact, is going to disengage and try to run out of the room. Disengage means you don't get attacks of opportunity, but you readied an action. So nobody else can hit him, but Bob can try to either hit with the shillelagh or yeah, you can hit with the shillelagh or you can try like a grapple or a shove situation.
I'm gonna go with the shillelagh.
Great.
Bob's not very strong.
Fair enough.
17 on the nose.
You got it. Are you trying to do damage, or are you just trying to, like, keep him in the room?
If it's possible, I'd love to prevent it from leaving the room.
Okay. I'm going to have you make... you hit for sure. Okay. Make an acrobatics check. And either if it's high enough, then you'll shove him back into the room. And if not, you're just going to create a barricade for the next, like, round-ish.
Cool. That's going to be a 19.
Cool. You create that barrier and you shove him back 10 feet. He's knocked back 10 feet into the room.
Beautiful.
Cool. That's you, Bob? Oh, no, that's him. He was running away.
Yeah,
so now it's you.
Now it's me.
Now it's you. It's your turn.
Amazing. That could not have worked out more perfectly. Standing right in front of me, 10 feet away, I'm going to look at him, and I am going to cast Mind Spike.
Ooh, okay.
So that's going to be a wisdom save for your little friend.
That is 14?
14 does not pass.
Ooh. All right, what's he take?
So, it's going to be 4d8. Which is definitely not nothing. Only 2 of those landed in the dice tray. The rest are on the floor. Give me 2 seconds.
The dice want to be returned to the earth. Send them back.
The accuracy is not there today. Okie dokie. And 17 damage.
Okay.
And more importantly, I always know where that creature is as long as it is on the same plane as me, and it cannot be hidden or invisible from me.
Gosh, a pretty good spell.
My.
That's wild. How long does that last? Oh, just it does
It just
now?
is. That's
Let me
crazy.
double check. I think
What
it
is
might be
this
long
spell?
rest.
Is it concentration?
Ike.
I don't think so.
That's saucy.
Yeah,
That is
up to an
awesome.
hour. Up to
Okay,
an hour.
okay. In this moment of Mind Spike, I'm going to give you one little chance at something here. You can go ahead and make an insight check with advantage as you hit with this Mind Spike, as this sort of like psychic connection is created, even if for a second.
Okie dokie. Gotta get my d8s out of my way. Okay.
We're spicy today, everybody.
Let me double check what this is going to be for the modifier. So it's going to be +3. 14.
14. I think what you see is this creature in front of a like huge spinning wheel, surrounded by like stacks of hay that is being shifted into gold. And that's all you get.
Say my name, say my name. When
You
no one
specifically
is around you, say
don't know
that
its
I
name.
love you.
Nice try. But it is Ratman's turn.
But we could know its name.
You don't know. Well, you can try. I don't think that Trad and Ratman have encountered. It's like, no.
What haven't I encountered? Name it.
A lot of stuff. I
Name
can't
it.
name them all because then you would know them all.
See what I did there?
Genius.
That's what they call me. Where is Ratman in relationship to this thing now?
Probably like 20 feet away.
Can I get up to it in my move? Yeah, my
Yeah.
speed is 30. Okay. I on over. I I would like to attempt to sit on it.
Okay. Sure. What? Okay. Make an athletics check.
Ah, you got it. My big burly thighs.
What'd you get on your athletics check?
That's gonna be a 22.
Explain how you sit on this creature.
Well, my pumpkin carriage is very comfortable, but it could use a cushion, and I sit on down to the ground, deep squat.
Okay. Okay. You are sitting on top of this guy.
Where are you gonna go now? Didn't think so.
Is that your whole turn?
No. 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 Can I roll damage for that?
For sitting on somebody? No. You're sat on him. He's restrained.
But I'm like squishing him.
I really appreciate the hustle, and I'm gonna say no. You sat on
He
him?
can't go anywhere. Okay. Great. Mm, well, okay. I'm gonna. Can I bop him?
You can make 2 unarmed attacks against this guy.
Great. That's what I want to do. And can I use Divine Smite to do that?
No. You can only use Divine Smite when you're using a weapon. I'm almost positive.
7.
7? No.
No.
No. What about the other one? You get 2.
What?
What?
Okay. From my end, because I froze for a second, the universe said you're being too ridiculous and froze me. And so from my end, I just said, but this is a weapon, and then I froze. And then when I unfroze, you were saying no, but you can try again.
I heard 7, but I understand now that that's not what happened.
Nope,
here.
haven't
Okay.
rolled it.
No, it's not a weapon. You're not a monk. So sorry.
You don't know, Rat Man.
I helped build that character sheet. Yeah, no.
You only think you know Rat Man.
I'm pretty
you
sure.
You think you know Rat Man.
Lord help us.
Okay, that's a 19 on the dice, baby. That's going to be a 26.
Incredible. That hits.
Okay, so we got,
It's 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
with Divine Smite,
No.
that was
1d4 plus your strength modifier.
I kid. It was a joke.
Sure.
It's gonna be a 6.
Okay, you take 6 points of damage.
Yes.
All right,
And that's the first one, and
Yeah.
then we do it again.
okay.
Woo! That's a nat 20! Ooh. Ah.
Yes.
It's a weapon now, baby!
You can add Divine Smite because it's a nat 20,
Ah.
which is going to bring you to 2d4 plus.
2d8.
No.
It says on my guy.
Can I finish my sentence, please?
No.
My liege, please. You get 2d4 for the hand, right? The hand is 1d4 plus you get another one. And then Divine Smite is 2d8, but because you crit, it's doubled. So if it's 4d8 plus 2d4.
What? I'm so sorry. 4d8 and 2d4?
Yes. I'm
Whoa.
on your side here.
That's even better than before. 2d, you're kind and just.
Plus your strength modifier, which is, I don't know how much. 1, 2.
2.
Great. A nightmare. You know when they're like, the crown is heavy? It is. Literally, my head hurts.
Okay. That's gonna be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage.
19 damage. Looks pretty bad. As you sit and squish.
How are you doing down there?
Bad.
That's
Let
what
me
I
go.
thought.
Let me go.
Never.
All right. That's it for you, Ratman. Pinocchio, what do you want to do?
So just for clarity's sake, I just saw Ratman sit on this thing multiple times.
No, just once, and then use his
Wait,
hand
do a little-
to reach beneath him to smack. Is that clear, or you need?
No, I follow. Oh my god. I see this head.
Y'all,
Can I see any part of this thing?
can you see it?
Yeah.
Make a perception check. Ratman's 7 feet tall. This thing's pretty small.
Oh, 15.
He's gone.
You can't see him. No, he's.
Ratman just sat down on top of this thing and completely covered it.
Yeah.
So how was he hitting it?
Ratman would like move enough to reach beneath himself.
Yeah. With my big toned
Tuchus.
thighs.
What's up, Pinocchio?
Man, I need you to lean to the side.
Ratman can lean to the side so you can see him.
I go into a lunge position. Lunge left, lunge right.
You
Which
can
one
see
do I-
him, Pinocchio. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna check. Just to give him a touch on the nose. I'm gonna once again, I am asking you to let me cast Dispel Magic. If I may roll for
To dispel, yes,
the
yeah.
banishment spell.
Go ahead.
Come on. I love Dungeons and Dragons, especially when I roll a 5, which gives me a 13. Maybe I'll get advantage because he's paralyzed by
He's not paralyzed.
Ratman.
He's just squished.
Maybe I'll get advantage because he's prone.
Technically?
What do you... Fine.
Yes.
And retained.
Restrained, baby. All right, Pinocchio's turn is over, it looks like.
Pinocchio's hand gets stuck under Ratman. My fingers!
My thighs gave out, I'm sorry. I'm going back to the gym tomorrow.
Nightmare behavior. All right, Pinocchio is fighting being stuck under Ratman, kind of. Big Rad, what are you up to?
I don't even know where I am. Am I still in this forest place?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I just asked the dude, who are you? I'll still, actually, I think I will stop running and yell, hey, dude, wait, come here for a sec. I, twisted my ankle.
Um, make a persuasion check.
Hey? No. Yep. No. No. 12.
You yell out and you see the figure that looks kind of like a wolf stands up as straight as it can on its two hind legs, turns, you still can't see anything, it's all very shadowy, and starts walking back towards you.
Oh, I hate it so much.
All right.
I will get my weapons ready sneakily, if I may.
You can. Okay. So something is about to happen. I am going to give everyone. No, I think it just. Yeah, it just happens. Everyone in this room is unable to move, is unable to speak. Time slows, and you are frozen in place. You can all still see what is happening. This creature claws its way out from underneath Ratman, who cannot move, is frozen just like everybody else. Looks around and you know that you have like a split second to do something. You cannot move. You might be able to say something. It's going to be difficult. What's up?
Okay, so divine health or alert don't help me here. Okay.
This is what has happened here is big magic. Big magic. Like should not be able to happen magic. And you guys can try to figure that out a little bit later on, but right now you have a split second in which to figure this out. There's only one thing that you can say that's going to be able to stop this creature. Everyone can make. We're going to call this a history check. So everyone can make a history check. Big Rad, you can also make this check. I will also allow you to make this check. The DC is very high. So you do what you gotta do. If you can pad this roll at all, I would suggest doing that.
Can I?
Okay. If you can throw guidance on yourself, I will allow it in this moment.
2 questions. Do we still have bless?
I don't think so. I think Bless was cast a while ago.
Okay. And then I have 2 luck points left.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna roll first.
Yes.
Do we have advantage, you said?
No. No, if you can give yourself advantage, if you can give yourself guidance, if you can add anything to your roll, I suggest you do it.
If somebody needs luck, I'm gonna use one of my luck points to re-roll. Is that how that works, Doobie?
Yes, but you can give
And
it to
then-
one other person.
Yeah, I'll give it to one other person. Frankie, do you need it?
Yeah, I rolled pretty bad.
Do it.
Do we want to check?
Yeah.
I have well traveled, which gives me advantage on history checks.
I will give you that. Yep.
Lovely.
What check is this, Doobie?
This is history.
Okay. I have proficiency in history.
Sure.
Okay. That just gives me a higher.
Yeah, it's your
Add-on.
intelligence
Okay.
plus your proficiency.
Got it.
What have we gotten out over here? You got a 5?
Oh, 23.
23.
Nice.
Incredible. Okay.
Wait.
Anyone else?
I got a
Well,
14.
my first roll was a nat 1.
Okay.
My second roll was a 2.
Ugh. Okay. How are you, Big Red?
Got a big ol' 6.
Okay. All right. All right. Unfortunately, Pinocchio 23 is not high enough.
No.
It is a 25. Bob, I will ask you to roll a d20 for me. And you can add your charisma and your proficiency.
Okay. That's an 18 on the dice,
Ooh.
plus 7 is 25.
Incredible.
Bob.
Bob, you know that there's only one way out of this. Your whole body is frozen. It is going to take a lot of effort and energy to even like form the word that you need to form to make something happen here. You know your friends are failing. You know that you can't reach it. Whatever that thing is, you can't reach it. And you hear inside your head a voice that you know from hanging out in Mount Olympus for a little while say, "Come on, man. You know his name?" I ask out of character, Stephen, do you know who this is? You hear inside your head, does Ratman know? Or does Mia know who this is? Stunning.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I was like, do you want to do the
Yeah,
thing?
it's what I thought it was when I started singing Beyonce.
Yes.
It's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce.
It is not. Bob, you hear a little voice in your head say, "Dude, Rumpelstiltskin." Say the name.
And Bob kind of like Rumpelstiltskin.
The ground cleaves in half in front of you. The whatever time thing happened shatters as you are all able to move once more. This like horrendous like screeching, scratching noise echoes throughout the room that you are in. Fiery lava in front of you, like as the ground cleaves open, and everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah.
Oh.
Do I need to roll that, Doobie?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Get all the babies out of here.
$19.
Great.
13.
Okay.
22.
All right, Ratman and Bob, you jump on out of the way. Pinocchio, you slip and find yourself starting to fall. Rumpelstiltskin also slips and starts falling, which means he's going to roll a concentration check.
I pull Bob
Which he
into
passes.
the pumpkin carriage with me.
Cool. Pinocchio is falling.
Can I? We're in the pumpkin carriage. Can I drive over to them?
Sure. You can make a dexterity saving throw to try to grab Pinocchio. You got to
Okay.
hit his armor class.
What's your armor class, Pinox?
15.
Okay. Ah! 18.
You grab Pinocchio. Rumpelstiltskin continues to fall. And Big Red, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Which you could do with
You
advantage.
got it. Ooh, thank
Because
you
of who
so
you are as a
much,
person.
bro. A what? Dex saving
Mhm.
throw? 30-20.
Cool. You find yourself blooped out of that weird forest and starting to fall down a craggly rock towards lava, and you, like Spider-Man, hold yourself in between. You can yell up to your friends if you want to.
Bros! Please tell me you're up there and not down below in the lava. Signs of
I think-
life, please.
Bob is gonna just kind of jump over the edge of the cavern, and once he's about at Big Rad's height, is gonna activate his fly speed and hover about right next to Big Rad. Be like, "Hey, Big Rad, you hanging on okay there?"
Ah, jeez. Yeah, I'm fine. I'd really like to get out of this crevasse, though, bro. You
Yeah.
good? I was in an ocean that wasn't water, and are you guys okay, bro?
Yeah, we're all okay. Everybody's okay up there.
Oh,
We all made
good.
it. We were trying to chase this thing down, and well, I guess I figured out its name. Although the last time I said it, something crazy happened, so I'm not going to do that again. But so I think we figured out what this thing was, and well, it's down there now. And meanwhile, Bob is like tying a rope around Big Rad's waist.
Thank you so much.
Incredible. Yeah,
Um,
it's starting to like knit itself back together again, so you're gonna want to get out of there.
Yeah.
we'll scramble. We'll scramble. When we get to the top, I want to lean in real close and whisper to Bob. Was he named Todd?
You know, that's honestly that's what I was gonna guess too. But no, it didn't even
Okay.
begin with a T.
No, why? You don't say. Okay, because
And
the
it didn't-
last time I had a day this crazy, it was definitely because of this guy Todd, who was just turns out not a good guy to be around. But so I thought, anyway, I'm
Tods
glad
are
you're
tricky.
okay. Tods are tricky. T for tricky Todd. Okay, bro. Thanks for getting me out of that crevasse. Everybody good?
I just need you to make an athletics check with
Mm.
advantage because you're still Raven.
With advantage.
Yes,
Acrobatics?
athletics.
Oh. Oh, that's better. I was looking at animal handling, which is not good. Oh my god, I forgot the other thing I got. I rolled something in a nat 1, and I don't remember what the something was. I think it was a. What do I do?
Roll again.
Okay. I'm panicking. Okay. Dirty 20. We got a 12 on the
Great,
die.
great, great. You haul yourself up. The ground knits itself back together, and you are all standing there in the aftermath of whatever the heck that was.
Can I check in on my mind? Because I still, as long as Rumpelstiltskin is on the same plane as me, I know where he is if he's alive.
He is no longer on the same plane as you.
And so I sense that he's shifted planes
Mm-hmm.
instead of just falling into the lava.
I think if he dies, it's the same thing.
I don't. It doesn't say anything about living or dying. It just says as long as it's on the same plane of existence as me, I know where it is.
You don't know where it is.
Gotcha. I don't
Um,
think we've seen the last of that guy.
Nah, Tricky Todd's always come back, man. Um, Sorry I left you guys to like fight Todd all by yourself, but there was like a wolf in the beyond and it was calling out to me and I thought it needed help and now I'm wondering if it was just that creepy dude in like a dream realm or something. I don't know, man. I got this cool seashell though.
Big Red, you're back. You keep coming and going. Where did you? Were you at the sea?
Yeah, kinda, dude. So I was here, and then I blinked out, and I was at the bottom of a dried up ocean, and I found this rad seashell. And I thought about maybe I should look around for some fish and ask the fish, like, hey, where'd your water go? Then I got distracted, and now I'm here, and I don't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like I left a mystery back there, but I also kind of feel like dodged a bullet. You know what I mean?
Whew. Well, it's good to have you back, and thank you for holding us down on your part of the ocean.
Hey, bro.
what happened? You all see the door behind Bob. A like shorter blonde woman with like hair like really slicked all the way back into like French chignon, like huge, just like dripping earrings, looks at you and goes, "What happened? What are you doing here in my home?"
Oh, hello, ma'am. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm the infamous Rat Man. I'm sure you've heard of me.
You
And
all,
I just hold out my hand.
you all belong at the party. I suggest you head back there now.
Do you know a man named Todd?
I suggest you head back to the party.
Beautiful home you have here. Thank you so much for inviting us. I lost something down this hallway, a favorite cheese of mine. And so we were just, my friends were helping me look for it. And I think we almost found it. We just have to follow the scent. But as soon as we found my cheese, we will get straight back to the party, I promise.
She is going to stand there staring at you, waiting for you to leave this room.
Thanks so much for hosting this party for us.
Yes, as the guests of honor, you have been missed.
Ratman is
I'm
still standing there with his hand out.
She just looks at your hand and like raises an eyebrow, and says, "Let us return."
Well, you're
Oh,
welcome for saving the day.
Oh, summoning a demon in my home is saving the day.
Demon?
oh,
There weren't any children here. What do you mean?
No, we got
And
rid of all the babies. That came
I'm
out
not
wrong.
powerful enough to summon anything. That's very nice of you, though.
Please return to the ballroom.
I want to elbow Pinocchio real quick. Pinocchio, do you maybe have any kind of cheese that would maybe this our distinguished host would like?
Pinocchio will start looking through his things and he'll lean over to Ratman and goes, "What's a drumble kilt's chin?" And he will produce, I guess, like a really melty piece of brie that's like covered in like pocket lint and like maybe a couple coins on it.
Oh,
I'll like hold it up and go, "Ah, but pour vous, mademoiselle, mamma mia."
Um, Ratman looks at that and goes, hold on. And, oh, I'm so sorry. Your Majesty, Highness, ma'am, sir. We don't know how we found ourselves here, and we're greatly in your debt for this inconvenience. And Trad presents her with a very delightfully decorated small satchel of cheese.
I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on that piece of brie.
She says nothing, continues to stare at you, and armed guards start to filter into the room and start just like moving you towards the door. They are not touching you, but they all start like every time you take a step forward, they take a step forward and like kind of inching you towards the door.
You know, I've hung out with a lot of herding dogs before because they're kind of like, I got a lot of cousins that are like corgis and like sheepdogs and that kind of. You guys are really good at this. If you ever like needed a new, more pacifistic, pastoral kind of job, you could do really good work herding sheep. Y'all want some cheese? Some of it's made out of
Oh,
sheep.
actually, I have some sheep. If you want to practice, here. And I'm
Yeah.
going to reach into my bag of sheep and pull out a sheep.
Yes.
Bob, you go to reach for your bag of sheep, which is usually hanging around your hip. You don't find anything there.
No.
Oh!
Ooh.
Big Red, as you hold your hand up, your bracelet's gone.
No,
Don't you dare, Doobie.
Doobie, no, no.
You are being escorted back out to the party. Is anyone trying not to do that? Great.
I won't resist, but I am under my breath really rapidly talking to one of the guards and like trying to like get the guards on our side. Like, dude, I lost my like really special important bracelet, man. If you see it anywhere, like I'll describe what it looks like and like it was my grandmother's heirloom or something. I just very if you see it, please just let me know, man. Thanks, bro. I owe you one.
You guys start heading down the hallway. There are some guards behind you. There's some guards in front of you. You start walking down this hallway, and everybody make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Ugh.
You said with lots of advantage, right?
No.
14.
Great.
6.
5. What did you get, Bob?
Bad.
Okay.
My first roll was a nat 20, though.
Stunning. You start walking down the hall with, I know it was disadvantage, but Bob, with a nat 20, you are going to fall. Do you want to try to grab onto somebody in front of you?
Well, I can't fall. I fly.
Are you flying down the hallway?
I activated my fly speed to go get
That's true.
Rad, so yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Then this is not going to happen to you. But everybody else, as you walk down, Bob, I think you like notice for a second that there is no ground underneath you as you walk. Trad, Pinocchio, and Big Rad fall in. Bob, I need you to make an athletics check.
That's not going to be very good. I am not a very athletic little fellow.
I'm so sorry, buddy. What's up, Trad?
Can I use my whole...
I'll tell you why in 1 second.
Okay.
Bob,
Minus 1 to this.
Yeah. You gotta beat a 22.
And that's a 5 on the dice, so...
Ooh.
Bob, make a perception check with advantage.
2 13s, which means it's a 13.
You catch a glimpse of a short-ish figure pushing you with all their might. You stumble back, and everyone can make a perception check real quick. The woman in front of you also falls back with you, for the record.
The scary lady?
Mm-hmm.
11.
Well, look whose turns have finally tabled. That's a natural 20.
Oh, my.
Incredible. With a nat 20, Pinocchio, you see Gret push Bob into the hole you find yourselves in. And the last thing you see is Hans gathering it up, and the hole closes above you. And that's where we're going to have to end today, everybody.
They have a hole like I have a hole.
They took yours, babe.
I was like, I didn't know you could just go down to the store and buy one of those. Like, I didn't think they were that common.
They're not, but you can take them from your friends, it turns out.
Yeah.
You know, all of our stuff got stolen, and that makes me sad.
You still
I'm
technically
a
have
very
access
bad
to
Bob.
We're in my hole right now.
I think I'm gonna go in my genie in the hole.
it. Incredible. You just go into your lamp.
Little Petrushka doll.
Do you take all these guys with you, or you just go yourself?
I think I take all of. No, I don't think I take everybody. I
You
think I'm
need
just
some
going
Bob
myself.
time.
You need some alone time.
Yeah.
Bob needs to go lay in some hay.
So you go inside all by yourself?
Yeah,
Incredible. Do you just lay down as soon as you get in there?
yeah.
Cool. As soon as you lay down and you're just like, I gotta recalibrate, you feel like a very small weight on your chest, and you hear a voice go, "Oh, hello, Bob. What are you doing? You've come back. You've not been here in so long.
Jess! Oh my god, I missed you so much!
I have missed you. I have been stuck in this little genie vessel." And that is actually where we're going to end for today, everybody. All right. That's it for us today, as we have 2 big reveals at the end of this episode. Join us, I think not next week, but the week after, for our next episode of Land of Tales.
Woo!
Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye, cheese boys.
Goodbye.
Bye, cheese boys!
Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.